Okay, so Kat,
Mm-hmm.
this is going in the front of next week's episode. Um, Past B is going to start the episode off as normal, but future B is cutting in here. Um, so where we left off after you took care of the manor, Lucas had shown you his the journal from his great grandfather, and that the time dates were all off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Lucas did some sleuthing, uncovered some stuff, soon came to the realization that time magic was definitely afoot, or at least some kind of memory affecting stuff that made everyone think these dates were wrong when really they're probably more correct.
Yep.
I know we kind of didn't fully exposit that at the end of episode 52, but that was the point of it. And I just wanted to come in at the start and kind of relay that information more directly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah, the party's view of dates and times and things have been kind of altered by you assume the force that you're taking on at the end. Uh, so Finn, however, this is probably kind of in and out for you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
This is definitely in one ear, out the other. Your mind is elsewhere. Where is your mind right now, Finn?
Um, she's kind of very, what's the word? She's almost in a trance. Um, she's kind of focused on a single point in front of her. Is Caleb still asleep at this point?
Calum, your long rest will be rid the exhaustion of
Mm-hmm.
the eyeless attack, but the immediate stress and stuff has probably worn off the tiredness at least. So Calum is exhausted but awake.
Yeah, she's definitely focusing, like, not on his, like, face, but in his direction, and it's like, it's almost like she's in shock. Because never has there been a moment that she's been so unprepared, so utterly helpless in this situation.
I can kind of imagine the sound of the eyeless kind of flashing in your ears between Lucas's mumbo jumbo,
Mm-hmm.
that hissing noise those creatures made as they kind of came towards you and Calum. Probably is just
Definitely.
overwhelming, the sound of Lucas explaining times and dates and the confused questions of the rest of your party, but you just kind of don't care anymore.
Yeah. It's like, never had she given up so quickly. And it's like, if she could have been more aware, if she could have lifted up her sword and tried to fight, then everything would have been okay. So it's like all these what ifs in her head, just
Oh,
followed
yeah.
by the sounds of the eyeless.
Well, eventually the mumbo jumbo leads into like something you finally kind of catch audibly, which is the sound of Lucas saying he's going to bed and that you all should do the same. And he explains that he has close contacts with the other members of the guild, Lena, Severin, etc. Severin, specifically being a grave cleric, has some know how with magical removal of curses and such. So Lucas brings some of his remedies on hand. So he kind of gives you these little, like, they're, the little small medicine cups
Oh yeah.
that you get that are on the top, the little plasticky ones that suck. You know what I'm talking about, but
Oh
they have
yeah, I get
on
you.
there. Mm-hmm. It has that and kind of like this milky white. And Lucas just kind of says, if you take that and some water and you all go to bed, all of your exhaustion will be gone in the morning. And he kind of chimes in with, and plus, don't worry, I fixed it. Uh, I made sure it doesn't smell god awful. Prestidigitation can affect smell, and as you all know, that's the first thing you get, and that heavily impacts taste. So I made sure that it smells better.
Oh god, what a saint.
He just kind of walks off and just it's clear he kind of doesn't want to leave you guys behind, but also like knows that he has to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when he eventually retires, again, that haze, the next you just kind of feel your body auto move. You know what I mean? You're shuffling and you just don't really know why you are or what's making you, but you just feel that urge, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you realize you are not even you aren't even sure where your room was. You're not even sure the room that Lucas said would be yours. You're just kind of following Caleb. And I think there's a point where you are in that hallway and he kind of turns to you and just goes, "Oh, I didn't realize our rooms were next to each other. Uh, how are you holding up, Finn?"
Oh, what? Uh, oh, sorry. I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, Caleb.
Are you sure? I feel so weak, but Lucas said that that won't fix us all up. I'm glad Sari managed to avoid all of that. I guess it kind of makes sense someone like her wouldn't be affected.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I should have
He.
been there.
No, Finley, we were both trapped. That's kind of the nature of traps. There wasn't really much we could have done after it was sprung.
I,
I. You know I'm proud of you, right?
kind of another goes in one ear, goes out the other.
Yeah.
I I could have done something. I could have, I could have realized once you told me that you wanted to quit. I could have done something.
You could just kind of see Caleb's face go from like concern, friendly concern and tired to just more of like a genuine, like, oh no. Finn, did they do something to you? Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah, I'm good. I'm worried about you right now. I'm wondering if you're okay.
I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I know I'm not that strong as you, but I can handle things. I'm learning, okay? I'll be all right. We made it out. That's all that matters. I know that maybe not what you want to hear right now, but right now what's best is to just take our medicine and go to rest. Maybe in the morning we can talk this out more. Okay?
Yeah, that would probably be for the best.
Caleb kind of starts walking a few steps forward and then kind of like eyeing back to make sure you don't just like completely fall apart on him, you know? And like
Yeah.
as he kind of goes to his room, he just kind of looks at you, Finn, and just goes, "You can talk to me. You know that, right?"
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
He kind of looks down at the floor of this magical mansion, then turns to you again and just goes, "The day we first met, Finn, I won't lie to you. I wasn't too happy with Zagreus and Rose and their decision to lump me with someone. You know, I
Oh.
I thought between surviving another plane, a coven of hags, a dream demon, an attack on Xylem. I thought between the Avarial assassin, the Drow assassin. There's been a lot of assassins. Like I thought there'd be a point where everyone trusted me, you know, that I can handle shit. And I won't lie, when Zagreus and Rose lumped a guard to be personally protecting me at all hours, I thought they didn't trust me. And I projected that onto you. And I'm sorry. That's not right. I projected that resentment onto my feelings towards you. And I wish I could have taken it back, because looking back on it, Finn, you are probably one of the best things to happen to all of us. I just want you to remember that, okay?
Okay.
I'll be okay. I just wanted to make sure you'll be. And he kind of opens the door and peeks out again and just goes, out of all the guards in the entire roster, you were chosen. I don't believe in coincidence, Finn. I'm glad we met. And he closes the door.
Good night.
There's silence to answer you.
She's gonna slowly make her way to her room.
You open the door, again, kind of robotically. You might not even be sure that this is your room, but it's an open room, and that's good enough for you, you know?
Definitely.
There's a bed, there's a little desk, and a personal bathroom, and that's it. Very small.
Woo! Just like home. She's gonna slowly just make her way toward the bed and take all of the heavy armor off that she wears at literally all times.
Yeah.
She sets it off to the side, still, robotic. She's going through the motions. This is a routine that she goes through every night.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
You hear in the back of your head the static that starts seconds before an Ambrose would make his form manifest, and you hear it start, and then you sense like it's stagnating and then fading out. It seems like Ambrose wanted to say something and just decided against it.
yeah, I think Finley would be um against that too. Um, she kind of looks down at herself and she realizes that she's trembling a bit. And I guess she walks over once she has her armor off, and she goes over and walks to the mirror that I guess is in the personal bathroom.
Yeah. Let me describe this room a bit more. There's your typical latrine, there's your sink. Above the sink is a mirror, there's a light. There's blue walls, and these are like a yellowish to like the furniture.
Sweet.
It's
Sickly.
clean. It's clean, but it's too clean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like not
Hospital clean.
yeah. Not very welcoming.
Right. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very just barren, devoid, maybe. And that kind of comes with the territory of this being a construct.
Yeah.
This isn't Lucas's house. This is a magnificent man. Parts of the house that maybe weren't created with a
Right.
specific floor plan probably look more like this ethereal asylum, you know, just at base. And I think maybe have stepped
Yeah.
into a room that wasn't
I mean, hey,
meant to be slept in.
matches her
Right.
mindset.
Wasn't prepared properly, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, she goes in front of the mirror and she kind of steps back and looks at herself, and no one she doesn't really let people see her without her armor. Um because she looks a lot different. Um her armor makes her look strong and formidable and intimidating, but underneath that, it just looks it just looks weak to her. There's a few scars, and she's of course deathly pale, and she just she hates it. She she steps forward to the mirror and she slowly takes her fingers and starts brushing it through her hair. Of course, it's very difficult to do that because it's floating. And she kind of focuses on her like half done braids that she can never get to truly be formed in the mass of her hair. So with a sigh, she takes her hands and starts to try to braid it. And while that's happening, she just falls into another trance. It's in and out, in and out. She puts a few strands, and then all of a sudden, it's the eyeless right in front of her, coming for her and Caleb. Caleb asleep, and her barely able to do anything. And she, kind of surprised, pulls back her hands. They're trembling, but she goes back to it again. Again, it happens. And her head is starting to pound. And she starts braiding again with more intensity and more ferocity than she had. Her breath is hitching and she's freaking out. She's starting to crumble apart. The braid loosens. She tries it one more time, and then she realizes that she's crying. There's tears rolling down her face, feelings of helplessness, of uselessness, of weakness. She she tries to continue braiding it, but it untwists again, and it helplessly floats in the air. And she goes, "Ah!" And she cuts her hair off with the blade that she had next to her.
Is this the whole head of hair, or is this that braid?
This is everything. She takes every single bit of it, grabs it up into her hands, and takes her blade and she slices through it. And she stands there.
As you kind of cut, there's this kind of hiss noise, you know?
Yeah.
And your hair floats up and just fades.
She grabs the side of her face and kind of takes her hand and runs it through her hair, and she's trembling uncontrollably right now. I'm so stupid. Why am I like this? So stupid.
The wind howls, the only response in this cold, unprepared room.
She falls to the ground. And she sobs. Because she's afraid. Finley is afraid.
And somewhere, far away, there's a grin beneath a red eye. I think that's where we'll call this little one-on-one moment. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 52? No, 53. 53.
53.
Yes, of the Frostwalkers podcast. Last week, I harassed my friend.
Extremely well, I might add.
Yeah, it was fun. Scary but fun.
Very scary.
So Rev and Heather are here. Hello.
Woo!
We will get to you both very, very quickly. But there is one thing that needs to be addressed before our party leaves the magnificent mansion set up by Lucas the night prior. By the way, all your guys' exhaustion and stuff is taken care of, so that's good. You're all clear. So you guys are basically heading out to leave. The travel would be taken to the afternoon. And that's all from me, but I feel like there's something that that Kat wants to address real quick.
Hello, it's me, Kat. Finley stayed behind for a second in the mansion, and she's gone for a few minutes. When she comes back out, she has a cowl hood sort of over her face, but she doesn't say anything, and just joins you guys.
Okay. If there's no questions about that, we can jump ahead.
I mean, Sorry would probably look at her weird, like, what's with the hood thing? Is that new? Where's all your flowy hair? It's really neat. I wish my pigtails
I'd also
did that.
be concerned about that.
Well, it's kind of cold. I'm fine. It's good.
Do you need like another hat? I think I have one.
No, it's okay. Let's just keep moving.
Okay, if you're sure. All right.
All right, then.
You, after the afternoon of traveling, end up at the place where you were showed by Fitzroy, and I'll take this moment to describe it. You're in a valley between two hills, and it's very lush. There's some greenery, some trees. Up on the top of one of the hills, the hill to your right, there's a clear big top circus tent and other tents set up. But in this valley, the big highlight is a river. The most clear, pretty water. There's a tiny wooden dock. No boats, though. It's a pretty small river. You think it's just for fishing. But your immediate attention is given to the fact that this river is surrounded. Except for the dock being the only entryway, there are walls, like, from one end of the dock to the other, like, surrounding it in a complete circle, are different races of people in heavy armor and various holy symbols.
Is it like a cleric festival or something?
Could I roll an investigation check to see if I can figure out what they're doing here?
In a moment.
Okay.
Because there's one thing we have to address first, and then I will allow it. So maybe roll it and tell me the number when I get back to you.
Okay.
The thing we have to address is once you guys make it into this valley, you do see where Jitter ran ahead, your pal Jitter, and he is kind of notices you guys and heads over and just goes, "Oh, give me a moment. Sorry. Hey guys, I don't know what's been going on here, but I'm glad to see you all made it here in one piece.
Yeah. Where did you go?
I went ahead.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
What-
because I
what's
could
ahead?
fly. I got here faster.
Man,
Well,
I
thanks
wish
for
I could
being our
fly.
scout.
Yeah. I set up a little tent over by the side, almost up by the hill. Here, come on. And he kind of gestures you guys over. As you
Okay.
guys head to Jitter's little tent, however, you notice all the clerics are in men and women and maybe non-binary people of various holy symbols, all just kind of watch you, but you're not sure if it's like a hostile thing or if it's more just like there's nothing else here. You know what I mean? They're very absent looks.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Andre is uneasy.
Fair enough. And once you guys get into the tent, Heather, would you like to describe your returning character?
Absolutely.
Ooh.
Galdrea, you immediately notice, looks a lot different. She used to kind of dress in dark colors. She looked very morose a lot of the time, but now she is dressed in earth tones. Her holy symbol is gone. Her cloak is gone. She's carrying a beautiful golden rapier with these strange, like, almost gems, inscriptions looking on it. And she looks happier than you've ever seen her. Oh, and her hair is in braids, and it has, like, little leaves in it now.
Jealousy.
Upon seeing all of you walk in, she's just like, hello.
I found them.
Good.
Andre raises her hand and like waves. Like, wow, you look different.
Again.
Nice to see all of you. I feel different, which is not unwelcome. How have you all been doing? Are you all right? You look a little shaken up.
Shaken up is a
We,
bit of an understatement, I think.
We're dealing with it, but we've seen a lot, and I fear that the hardest part of the battle hasn't even begun yet.
Well, hopefully I'll
It
be.
wasn't very comforting to say. I'm sorry, everyone.
No, I'm
Good,
sorry.
good spirits. Good, keeping it posy, right? We're gonna get through this.
Jitter just is very clearly like kind of staying close to Galdrea. And he's just like, when I flew ahead, I saw her scouting this place out, and I hadn't seen you in so long, and I'm just glad you're okay.
And she pulls out this little tin from her bag, and she says, I finished it. I think it works. I haven't really been able to test it yet, but I managed to cultivate it and make the salve, and hopefully it should work. Hopefully.
Oh, I should mention. Well, actually, maybe you should mention. It's your work.
While we were in the Shadowfell, I took a few saplings, and I've started growing them on my own, and I believe that one of them may, when combined with certain other herbs from our material plant, it might bring one back from the edge of death. I'm hoping it works. I'm also hoping I won't have to test it, but be prepared.
Oh, so it's like druidy magic? Like what Rowan does?
One could say that, yes. I haven't, I've heard the call of the earth, but I've been keeping up with my own training. I haven't had time to look into any sort of real magic.
Just doesn't that betray the tenets of the Raven Queen?
She is very, very quiet.
What?
Well, my allegiances no longer lie with the Raven Queen.
Oh,
She is definitely very hurt as she says that. Like, it's not hard to tell.
And I think as soon as she says those words, Jitter kind of like scoots closer and kind of puts his head on her shoulder, very just comfortingly.
She relaxes just a little bit when he does that.
Finley narrows her eyes but doesn't say anything.
Our trip to the Shadowfell was interesting. We'll put it that way.
Sorry, like leans over to Rowan. Am I supposed to remember what the Raven Queen is? Is she the bird lady?
She's a
Or
bitch.
is she the dead lady?
Oh my god.
I love how Shay just doesn't know how to fucking respond to that.
Finley's like head jolts up and it's like, what did you just say?
I said the Raven Queen is a bitch because she is.
So that doesn't answer my question. I'm sorry.
The girls are fighting.
We love.
Rowan's like, I'm just gonna take a few steps back here.
Finley, have you spoken to the Raven Queen ever?
No.
Don't.
Oof.
Well,
She
Why?
will use
Oh.
you like she used me, and she will use your loved ones as leverage like she did to me. So I suggest you don't go that far.
Jitter looks down at that part just because, like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
It's a big deal to me.
Well,
Andre's just standing there, like, blinking, like, not even sure what to say.
it might be a big deal to you, Galdrea. However, I feel like the only reason I'm alive is because of her. So,
I mean, if she's the dead queen, the lady who controls all the dead people, then Finley is like half ghost. Yeah, she would be the reason Finn's alive.
And that is wonderful for you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't worship her. I'm saying keep her at arm's length because she is a bitch. And I will say it over and over again, and I don't care. May she smite me where I stand.
Rowan's
just
like,
picturing,
I'm
like,
a head out.
Anyways.
Hearing that,
steps
Sorry,
back.
like takes a step back from Galdrea, just like, just in case you do get smote.
She won't.
Normally Rowan would be the one trying to like ease tensions, you know, but she's like, oh, they might start fighting, and I don't know if I'll be able to stop them.
As in a moment, as she says, like, the smite me down thing, there's a second where Jitter kind of like loses his footing kind of on her shoulder and just kind of trips up for a second, and he's like, oh, well, sorry
She
about that.
tries to
Fuzzy
catch
isn't-
him.
It's not a, like, he thunks his head on the floor, but it's not like a big deal, you know what I mean? He takes no damage from it, he just kind of like lost his balance.
Anyways, where are we headed? I haven't been kept in the loop, so to say.
Well, Caleb kind of looks to everybody. Frankly, we were kind of hoping for a giant beam of light or something, because one of the leaders of the order said this is where we would find, like, the last commander of the Order of the Red Eye, evil group we've been dealing with for like a year now. And it's not, I guess horde of clerics by a river circling around it is probably the closest thing to giant beam of light, honestly, now that I think about it.
I mean, yeah.
But there also is the big top circus at the top of the hill and knowing Valdis, that's where he'd be. But also, this other thing is really weird. I don't know how we want to tackle this one.
Caleb,
Yeah.
I've never been to the circus. Maybe we could see the circus a little bit? Just a little bit. And if Valdis is there, we can always punch him again.
Didn't we deal with the circus at the Rakdos back in Ravnica?
Yeah, but I was in that one.
Rowan's,
And we don't
Rowan's
talk
gonna,
about Ravnica.
Why would
Rowan's
you want to
gonna
go
step
to a
back.
circus right now?
Rowan's gonna step back in the room. Yeah, we're kind of at war right now. Maybe we can see it afterwards?
Listen, I know we're at war. I know there's a lot of bad stuff going on. So this is the perfect time to take like a 5-minute break and get a snack at the circus. I've heard they have like this thing called a funnel cake, and I don't know what that means.
Sorry, dear.
And
I'm sorry, that's not really the best idea. Like Rowan said, maybe we can stop by after we finish here.
The war that's happening.
Victory
Right,
funnel
yes.
cake.
Victory
funnel
funnel
cake.
What is a funnel cake?
It's like...
Oh my... Okay.
It's probably... Sorry, Rev can't talk. It's probably delicious, but we kind of don't have time right now. Can we focus?
I know what a funnel is, and I know what a
Please,
cake
no
is.
more arguing over who we choose to worship. No more
I'm
talk
just
about funnel
talking
cake.
about
Can we
funnel
please focus?
Okay.
Rowan, is your inner halfling getting hungry?
No, my
Is your
inner...
getting hungry?
No, my inner wanting to protect my friends and needing to deal with the situation right now is coming out.
Maybe there's a way we can deal with this. Caleb kind of puts his hands on his head and just goes, if there's a chance that Valdis is in that circus, if we can apprehend him, that's probably for our benefit. However, I also think that doesn't entail getting a funnel cake. I don't know. Maybe we can split our forces. We got a big enough team this time.
That's never a good thing. We split off in the mansion.
We did do that, but that was also a spooky mansion, and this is a circus and a river.
Caleb, you never know.
God,
There
you're right.
killer-
The
there
fact
could be
that you're
killer
right is what hurts.
worms in the dirt next to the river that want revenge for being used as bait for fish hooks, and
What?
they're possessed by ghosts, and they want to eat your face or something.
The fact that doesn't sound far off. The fact that doesn't sound far off from our usual bullshit is what hurts.
Can worms have consciousness?
I don't know anymore.
Okay, Rowan's going to, as they're having this conversation, I want to roll that investigation and check out what the clerics are doing.
Okay. I think Anna looks to you, Galdrea, and goes, I don't know. I mean, you did meet all of us in a haunted house that was alive, so worms kind of.
That's true. I just suppose I'm much more familiar with worms, and I've killed lots of them, so I don't like to think that they perhaps had consciousness and that I cut that
Everyone
off.
has a consciousness.
What are we talking about? This isn't even Rowan. Rowan stepped out. What are we talking about?
Galdrea sheds a single tear over all the worms she's killed in her garden.
No,
Yeah, like out of character. What are we talking about?
I swear,
Worms.
Shay, just let it happen.
Galdrea
Okay.
is just a dumbass who looks like she's noble and smart, but she's not, okay?
Okay.
I know this, and I love her.
Same.
So,
Same.
Hmm?
Oh, I
No,
was just
just said
chiming in my same.
oh, you said same. I thought you said see, and I thought you were going to have a plan, and I was like, oh, let me shut up. I'm
See?
Yeah, no plan.
See? Okay, I thought you said C, not same, and I thought you were gonna make a point or a goof or something. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Same is a valid response. I'm not trying to belittle the same. I just, oh no.
B, just remember to breathe.
Okay. All right. So, Shay, what did you roll?
I got a 21. It was a 15 plus 7.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
You're doing investigation?
Yes. I want to see if I can figure out or like get any kind of idea of what they're doing here.
You know the London Guard? The thing is like you can't make them smile or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that posture and that face, and they're
Mhm.
all just like they're arm's length. They're like at attention, arm's length apart, and they're just like all circling this river. And it's clear it looks like they're on guard.
Mm.
That is, even though you have really high investigation, since you're not like right up next to them, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's like the best I can give you. I will say that the circus has like no lights. There's nothing there. It looks like everyone's like all the lights are down, all the rides are down, everything's just kind of quiet there.
Mm. Well, I mean, there is a war happening. I don't really think that like this isn't supposed to be a jab at Sari. I love you, but like I don't think anyone other than Sari is thinking about going to the circus at this time.
You never know.
Drea is considering it.
So Caleb kind of looks over and just goes, Galdrea, you were here before the rest of us. Did you go up to any of them, or did the whole recently dropped your god thing kind of like keep you from talking to men of the cloth for a bit?
She like immediately clams up and kind of glares. She's like, I have been doing research. I hate to say it, but that takes time and it takes effort. That's why I'm running late.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's fine. Caleb like takes a few steps back, is like waving his hands in the air. It's like, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Ah, this is great.
Mm.
Jitter just kind of like keeps himself close to her and is just like, I'm just glad you're okay. When I didn't hear anything from you, I got worried.
I will be fine. You know I can protect myself. And I'm of course willing to give aid to any of you. And she turns to the party. You have my sword, if it's needed.
I mean, you already had my help, so Jitter chimed in.
Cool. I guess I speak for all of us when I say that we're very glad to have you.
So what's the plan from here on out?
Guess not the circus.
Caleb kind of speaks up and just goes, so anyone can throw any wrenches in this, because I'm all here for it. Usually whenever I have a plan, we end up in a haunted house, and when someone else has a plan, we end up resurrecting my girlfriend. So like the
I had a plan, and it involved turning your girlfriend into not a lich.
You did
into the
that, and it worked.
I stood before here because I saw two roses in place at the same time.
You did, and it worked. So I am game for your guys' input here. But should we maybe talk to those people?
They look kind of shady.
Worth a try.
I mean,
Talking is
anything
better
that we
than
can.
fighting.
Galdrea just
Anything that
gets
we
up
can
and leaves.
Okay. I feel like emotions have been kind of high, and we're all kind of dealing with these things in our own ways. And our thoughts are a little bit scattered right now. So I think that the best course of action is to recollect ourselves for a moment, determine what it is that we're doing and that we want to find out, and then go about doing that. So firstly, what information are we trying to get from these clerics if we're going to go and talk to them? What is the course of action right now? Like, what's the goal?
I guess ask why they're all standing there and watching
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Like, like being real creeps.
I cannot handle another creepy thing. We just went through a creepy thing. We usually have a break between the creepy things.
Okay, so we're just all
Hence
that
why
we're
I
trying to figure out
suggested
is why they're
surprise.
here.
Yes.
I mean, they're kind of just standing here ominously around a river, so I'd say that's probably the biggest concern, yes.
Okay.
Maybe they're using clerical magic to like raise a water god from the river,
Okay.
and they're all in some sort of ceremonial chanting thing, and it's like through their minds. I don't know. I've read a lot of
Okay.
I've been reading a lot of books lately because I've been bored and by myself. But yeah, they might be doing something like that. There's a cool river god somewhere in mythology.
Would Galdrea have any idea what the hell they're doing? Like, she's got a decent background in religion as well, so.
Yeah, here's the thing that's weird about this situation. It's not, there are some clerics where it's like, it makes sense that they hang out. You know what I mean? Like, different gods of the sun probably share some rituals here and there because their end goal is the sun, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are some things where different clerical groups might still hang out. This is not that. This looks like there are like that in any other situation, these clerics would be at each other's throats, like opposing deities, opposing viewpoints on everything under the sun. It looks like someone just like bought out every possible clerical garb and put them on different people.
Oh.
Like, there's no rhyme nor reason to like the allegiances here.
Oh.
You know what I mean? There are gods of the sun next to gods of the moon. There are like plants next to urbanization. It is a clear. It's just a fucking mess.
Oh. Okay. That's
Yeah,
very, very interesting.
Either there's
So-
like one common thread that's bringing together every conceivable pantheon, or something's not right.
Probably the latter.
It's definitely something. I feel like we should maybe still try talking to some of them to kind of get a sense of what's up.
I agree. Rowan, you seem in a very talkative mood.
Does that mean that I'm gonna be the one to go talk to them?
You should
I'll do it.
You should probably take some help, but
Can't do anything with
sure.
my -1 charisma.
I have +3 charisma, so Gal's totally down to help.
Okay, cool.
Alright,
Whoever- Yeah, out of character, whoever wants to come with her. It's free to.
Andre will go.
Sorry, Will.
the
Okay.
whole clan, the whole group agreed.
Sweet. Okay. Cool.
Finley will be here for smashing and bashing if needed.
As you
Cool.
guys are leaving, Caleb like stays behind and sees Andre and just kind of stops her for a second and just goes, "Hey, we need to talk real quick."
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay. He like as the others kind of take a few steps forward, he just goes, "Okay. You and Finn are super, super effective. I mean, did you see the way you guys handle that worm? You guys are a pretty good team. Which is why I was kind of hoping you two would end up over here. I didn't want Sari to go over to the circus because of what I'm about to ask you. I need you guys to do a little snooping."
She looks intrigued. Snooping, huh?
It's very safe to say that Big Top belongs to Valdis. And as creepy as this cleric shebang is, we should have something focused on the main objective, which was capturing Valdis and getting any last bits of intel. Finn, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, and Andre, I know you're the best rogue I got, so what do you think? Are you down for a little side mission for me? It's not a quest, it's a favor. This won't be put on any official ledgers.
Call back.
Andre actually does chuckle, and she's like, you know what? That sounds... Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, I trust you guys. I should stick around here, make sure everything's on the up and up. I'll keep you guys posted, okay? Okay, you and Finn have stones of far speech for me, so I'll keep you guys posted on anything weird.
All right, then.
Thanks, guys. I owe you big.
Was Finn over there as well?
No, Finn, I thought you said you were going to stay behind for smashing and bashing, so I assumed
Okay.
you and Finn were... I assumed
Sweet.
Andre and Finn were left in the tent with Caleb.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah, so...
Okay. So is Caleb just by himself in the tent? Or is he coming
those
with
two
us to
head out-
talk to the clerics?
As those two head out, he's going to follow with Rowan and the others, but he stayed behind to fill in Finn and Andre on that.
Okay.
Wait. Caleb, are you gonna be okay?
I'll be good. I mean, Jitter, Gal, Rowan, and Sari are here. We got pretty good numbers this time around. So, I mean, I think this will work. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? We're just going to ask some clerics what's up. I mean, they're clerics.
Just be careful, please.
You know I will be, Finn. And he gives you a hug.
She tugs back, but is visibly shaken.
Do you want me to come with? Would it be more comfortable
it's okay.
for you?
No, it's okay.
Part of me kind of wants to crack out the ace costume one last time, but I think I gotta stick to my diplomat role for now.
I still have questions about that.
Yeah, it's weird, but those days are probably behind me.
Somewhere Rin's like, oh.
As cool as it would have been to rogue up with you again, Andre.
Yeah, it's all right. I understand.
Another time, we'll steal back some artifact from some warlord or something, and we'll call it even.
Sounds good to me.
Caleb just kind of sneaks back off with the rest of the crew and just goes like, thanks, guys. And remember, not a job, it's a favor.
Right, not a job, a favor. Got it.
And he kind of takes off. So, Andre and Finn, we'll stick with you for a minute. Do you guys both want to roll stealth to get this scene going?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh!
What'd you get?
Natural 20 plus 1.
Holy shit!
Nice.
21.
What
Nice.
did you get, Andre?
Okay, so I rolled a 5, but I have a plus 13 to stealth. So
We are
Oh my
invisible,
word.
baby.
18. Okay, yeah. Finn and Andre, you guys are the masters of stealth. Andre, I think you might be a little impressed, I guess, at Finn's ability to stealth, considering she has big clunky armor and yet is still keeping up with you.
It's the hood.
It's the hood. It's the hood automatically adds the stealth factor, yeah.
yeah. She's definitely impressed.
You guys without problem make it to the front doors of the circus, or like the front gates, and they're closed up. And it just says like closed for the season and stuff.
Andre just
These
looks at
are like-
Finn like, wanna hop a fence?
I can do it. I don't know how loud I'm going to be.
Here, how about I climb on up and then help you, if you need it.
Can you? I'm very heavy.
That's fair. Well,
These are like steel. These are like the like regular gates, like metal with a padlock kind of situation. Just in case, just to fill you in on what you're looking at. It's like
Yeah.
your typical
okay.
padlock.
Am I allowed to like? You Just a little suggestion. If you have any spells for, like, maybe heating metal or, like, burning through metal.
Oh wait, hold
Something
on.
that's not too loud, but that can go through metal.
Or
That
like
might
just,
help you out.
or like
I'm-
just pick the lock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Or-
maybe
or-
some
or-
thieves
or-
tools.
yeah, pick-
I have
Or
I,
thieves tools, yeah.
I have
Thieves'
thieves
tools.
tools expertise, so I'm
And if
gonna
it
do
doesn't
that.
work, Finley has burning hands. If that doesn't work, muscle.
Yeah.
We're just gonna
Just freaking
break this
Superman
gate.
that shit.
Okay.
Andre,
Andre was trying to avoid property damage, but all right.
Andre, are you gonna start with the thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Do it.
Get him.
All right. So that is a 16 plus. Let's see, expertise. So 8.
Doesn't matter.
So 16 plus 8, whatever that is.
24.
24. There we go. Math.
Years
I
of
can do
playing
math.
Skyrim, don't fail us now.
It doesn't matter how good this lock is. It could have been the best lock in the multiverse, and with a 24, I have to say, it comes off like if you were dusting off like an old desk. You just swiped it. It was effortless. You put that thing in, dropped, easy, straight. You don't know if that was years of training and expertise or if it was just a shit lock, but hey.
Either
You know how
way,
earlier
we'll take it.
Yeah.
I was talking about, like, dice rolls coinciding with your character. Like, anytime Andre has to do, like, cool, like, rogue pirate shit, like, stuff that she would have done as a pirate, like picking locks or navigating, she always rolls so well, and it's amazing.
Andre,
I just have really good luck. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't even had to fudge any rules. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Andre, you just like effortlessly do this, and maybe even with a little bit of like flair, kind of tap the gate lightly, and it swings open silently, and you may just kind of like have this kind of self-confident pose for a second.
Hell yeah.
Finley's
Well, that was
impressed.
easy.
And
All right.
you two walk in. Change the scene real quick. Galdrea, Sari, and Rowan. You guys walk up to this circle of clerics, and they're all just they're still doing the guard thing. They notice you, but are not like making any, they're kind of keeping that straight, stern face. So, what you gonna do?
I just walk up to one of them. Hail and well met, friend.
Hi. Hello.
The guard just kind of gives you a nod.
Oh, we are a group of adventurers who came here, and we're interested to know. We noticed that there was a large collection of clerics around this one river, and we're just interested in knowing what exactly you're doing here. Is there some kind of like festival, or we'll be out of your hair in a minute. We just need an answer to this one question.
Cleric con.
Cleric Quan 2020.
Cleric
I
con.
tried so hard not to laugh at that.
No, he doesn't actually say cleric con.
That would have been very funny.
Yeah, no. Instead, two other figures come up and go, "Oh, you must not be aware of the miracle of this place." And the other kind of bigger, brutish one just kind of nods a bit, and the thinner one walks up to you, and just they're both your guess is tieflings, though one of them kind of seems to have more orc in them. One has they both have kind of long hair, but one's done up and the other is less so. And the thinner one is also wearing heels.
A mood.
I like the
And-
style.
Iconic look.
The thinner one has a broken horn on the left side, whereas the other one does not. And he kind of walks up to you very just slightly and just goes, "Have you not heard of this river's magical properties?"
No, we haven't.
Okay, so the thinner one just kind of leads both of you guys towards like that dock area, all three of you, sorry, so like that dock area, and just goes, "This is a very special river. Those who enter it claim to go through a magical experience. They claim that those who enter the water get a chance to relive and fix their greatest mistake. I went through it. It was amazing. I feel 10 years younger, right?" And the older one, the bigger one, just kind of nods his head a bit. Just goes, "He did it too. He was the talker before me, but I always felt that wasn't our roles in life. And once we changed, I just feel so much more natural in this state. I mean, look at me. I'm amazing."
I mean, I can't argue with that. You do look amazing, sir.
You're rocking those boots.
Those are good high heels.
Your boots look amazing.
They have good 4 inches. They make your legs look amazing.
Are you saying step on me? Because that's what I'm.
Oh my god. Rowan's gonna kind of like interject for a moment and be like, "That's so interesting. How long has this been here? Because I've never heard of it before."
It's a recent phenomenon. Different churches have sent their clerics here, all trying to claim that it's a miracle of their respective god. So while they're all kind of playing nice and guarding this river, it's mostly because they're in a bit of a race to see which god would make this miracle first. So that way they can get the bragging rights, of course. Because at the end of the day, what's more important?
I don't know. Bragging rights are pretty good. Have you ever won a game of dragon chess?
Sorry, you know how you said Rowan was in the mood to talk? I think it's sorry. They're just chatting this guy up.
So,
She talks when she feels awkward.
Jitter just kind of looks over at Galdrea and just goes, "Do you believe it? I don't know, it sounds too good to be true."
I don't know what to think, and I think the best way to find out is to go in, but I think that would most likely be considered disrespectful, so for now, I won't.
Okay, do you think it would change other things if you fixed your mistake?
Almost undoubtedly, but I'm not sure what the mistake would be, if that makes sense. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, so I'm not sure which one would get fixed, so to say. And although I'm curious to find out, I'm not sure I want to face the consequences.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
want
fine.
to lose you, and a lot of my mistakes, dreadful as they were, brought me to you, so I don't want to risk losing that.
He gives you a hug.
Smooches.
Oh. He kind of reacts with his face gets red, and as he kind of pulls away, just goes, "Do you think they'd let us go in together?"
I mean, I'm not sure if they'll let anyone go in as is. I'm curious as to why they're guarding it, but it appears no one is going in. I mean, if it's so mythical and such a miraculous thing, why wouldn't they want to try it?
At this point, the taller one just kind of says, almost as if answering Galdrea's question. Maybe giving her like a side eye for a half second before continuing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like smiles and goes, well, understandably, we didn't want it open to the public before we knew what this truly was. We've seen its effects through my brother and I, but I mean, can we truly be sure? You know, this is all in the testing.
Well, if everyone knows about it, you can't be the only two that have gone in, right?
Can I see if this guy's being honest? Because this is starting to sound like a scam the more and more they talk.
You can definitely roll insight.
Awesome.
And but while you do, he just kind of says, but a group of brave adventurers like yourselves, tell you what, if you go in and give it a try, we'll pay you. You'll fix your mistake and we'll give you 20 gold. What's to lose? Galdrea, they sound way too amused at the thought of you going in. It sounds like they've been waiting for someone to try it.
You realize that 20 gold is not a lot for adventurers, right? Like, you know that?
I don't know, but we just spent a lot of our gold alerting local churches, so
okay,
we're kind of strapped for cash.
Good for you. Try to convince another cleric to go in, because quite frankly, and she kind of looks around for a second and looks at Jitter, and there is the clear twitch of her hand, like she wants to go for her sword, but she's not going to, and she stops.
Well, not everyone is cut out for this kind of thing, but I'm sure someone amongst you is going to be interested, and when you are, we'll be waiting. Andre and
fine,
Finley.
and she just fucking jumps in. Fuck it. Screw it.
Oh shit.
She, for once, actually says a little prayer to the Raven Queen. She just says, all right, motherfucker, we have a bit of a personal relationship, so you better fucking be listening to me. If this changes again, I'm going to come up and single-handedly kill you. And then she jumps in.
Amen.
Galdrea! She kind of like, Rowan kind of like runs up to the edge of the river to like try and see where she's gone.
As soon as she enters, the water goes from clear to murky.
I can't see anything.
Galdrea, you are in the throne room of the Fortress of Memory.
Motherfucker. Okay.
And you know this place like the back of your hand. And you're kind of watching this happen, but you get the sense that you have the ability to interject at a moment's notice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the silent silhouettes you're watching are a moment where the Raven Queen lifts her hand in an open palm, and you see right next to you Jitter's form go from his typical brown wings to very quickly black and just ooze covered almost seeming. And you realize you're watching the moment of Jitter's curse.
She just yells out, stop.
And as she does, the queen closes her hand and goes, okay. And then holds her hand out again and draws a scythe.
No!
And the next thing you see is it swing in Jitter's direction, and you're bubbling up to the surface.
Before I do that, I want to try and run in the direction and like get in the way of the scythe.
The last thing you sense is it like cutting through the both of you. And then you bubble up.
Okay. First thing I do is I look for Jitter. First thing.
He is standing there concerned.
Is she out of the water?
She runs up to
Yep.
him, soaking fucking wet, and she just hugs him as hard as she can. She's crying.
He's hugging her back and it's like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" And the two kind of look at you and just go, "Ooh, bad luck."
To the
Oh, I
elves
hate
from
that.
Wonderland. I turn to the smaller one, and I kind of like, I'm gonna grab him by his shirt and pull him down to me, and be like, "What
get
just
him.
happened? What just happened? What did you do to her?"
Nothing. Clearly, something went wrong in her attempt to fix the past. Things happen, but the river is willing to correct. If things go worse than reality, it is merciful and brings you back to reality.
Sorry kind of just like looks down at the water. And she kind of like
Mhm.
nudges it with her toe and nudges a rock into it. And she goes, "So, wait, it can fix anything from the past?"
Well, considering our only test cases have been yours truly, my brother, and her, and you just see him like hand gesture over to Gal, who's probably still holding Jitter and crying.
Yeah, she's starting to blink away tears, and she's going to go and threaten these people in probably 30 seconds. She's a ticking time bomb at this point.
She's recovering.
It fixes anything.
Anything you want.
She steps into the river.
Sorry,
Fuck.
Rowan's going to see this, and is she like in any kind of trouble? Like, does she seem to be? Does she just like disappear?
The murky water is threat enough. You can't see her anymore.
Okay, I jump in after her.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus.
Andre and Finley.
Ah!
After doing some snooping, you guys come to the big tent that you believe belongs to Valdis, mostly because it's big, red, and has a sign that says Ringmaster on it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Ugh, God, I
And
hate
because it's
circuses.
because it's a tent, there's no lock. Tent.
It's a tent.
It's a fucking tent.
Should we be ready to go ham?
I'd say so, yeah.
Alright.
Mm.
Do we want to be stealthy or?
I'd say stealth is probably still our best option. Let's not just run in screaming and throwing spells and whatnot.
Yeah,
And
okay.
she draws Fearbringer and just like grips it.
It coalesces with the smoke now.
Heck yeah.
Yes, I love that so much. Ugh.
And because of that, like it's silent upon react. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you pull in, there's that metal clang. Not here. It's just silently grow. It's like the blade is growing from smoke when you pull it out.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's so pretty.
That's gorgeous.
Alright, we're
All
going
right.
in stealthily.
You're both just standing here admiring this cool sword.
Yes, absolutely.
Like, pause the adventure
Dang,
for a second to just
that's
be
so
like,
cool.
whoa.
I still need to
You guys
rename
part-
it because I don't like Fearbringer for it anymore. But that's beside the point.
That's fair. As you guys part the tent thing, I'm gonna let you keep your stealth rolls because they were real good.
Oh yeah, baby.
You guys see Valdis is drinking like it's the Civil War and they're coming to cut off his legs.
That's
Perfect.
quite an
He has-
image.
Slows
like-
the senses.
There's like 3 bottles on the floor and a 4th one being chugged.
Good lord.
Is anyone with him?
And you just hear him mumbling, fucking ruined, all my plans are fucking ruined.
Andre's just like blinking at him, like, huh. He looks a hot mess.
But he's the only one in the tent?
That Batoon folk is there too, but he is unconsciously drunk.
Nice.
That's a good image.
So I think Andre probably was like doing the whole like stealth creep thing when she like walked in, but now she just kind of straightens and tilts her head to the side, like just looking at him like, you gotta be kidding me.
And he kind of looks up at you and just goes, "Oh, it's you. You're finally here to just take my head and be done with this shit."
More or less.
Sweet.
Why so upset? You were so confident earlier.
Yeah, I was. Look, you're about to fucking kill me, so I kind of have all my cards out on the table. And he fucking throws a deck of cards out on the table and just goes, "Magic."
Oh, he's real drunk.
Okay, that is the funniest thing he's ever said.
And just kind of like looks at you both and just goes, "So, let me tell you fuckers a story." So, once upon a time, there was a cat. Cool cat. Fucking badass cat. Right? And let's say this cat got involved with the wrong crowd. And he did some things that he's proud of for wrong reasons, but proud of. And let's say, for the sake of argument, he's in over his head. And his little cat body can't swim anymore. So this cat drinks all the fucking milk he can and awaits the moment where he gets put down by the doctors, because fucking hell, it can't be worse than what's about to fucking happen.
Very depressed cat.
What's going to happen?
Oh, fuck. I should have known giving my scam artist skills to those motherfuckers would have been a bad idea. But no, Valdis, do yourself a favor. Be on the winning side. Fuck this shit. And he tosses another bottle. And now we're all dead.
Yeah, you're kind of an idiot.
Yeah, thank you for saying the obvious.
So you don't really
as long
have...
as you know.
I mean, you don't really have any hope at this point. Might as well. What's gonna happen?
Okay. When the Order of the Red Eye approached this cat, this metaphor got confused. Look, I'm gonna come clean with you. When the Order approached me, they asked me very simple questions. Valdis, how can we get a group of people to a very specific location? Valdis, how can we trail breadcrumbs along just enough? You're a ringmaster. You know how to fool people. Give us some of your tricks of the trade. And I went, oh, some adoring fans. Okay, let me just spill my secrets to you. But I broke rule 1 of magicianhood, and now we're here. There's a scam going on in that river, and the more that scam grows, the closer we get to a world-ending apocalypse. And all I get to do is sit here and drink up, so at least when I get obliterated by Black Shadowfire, I won't feel it.
Huh.
Those clerics are such a good trick, too. Such a good scam. Tell people they can fix the thing they've wanted to fix their whole lives. Tantalize them with the possibility of fixing their mistakes. Oh, it's beautiful. People would be willing to cut off an arm for that kind of cash, but no. This is the nefarious part. They don't want your money. They want your pain. Now we're all gonna die.
Andre looks to Finn, like eyes kind of wide, like, oh my god.
Finley is gonna rush forward and grab him by the collar. And she's going to say, "Listen to me now, you little prick! You have put my friends in so much danger. What are they trying to do?"
The Order of the Red Eye has always been about gaining fear. It's a very powerful emotion, and you should know that very well. And he kind of cuts off your cloak with his claw.
Finley
Well.
punches him.
Ooh.
And he just laughs as he falls, and your cloak falls. What's behind that cloak, Finley?
Her once very long locks, which floated above her head, are now chopped off unevenly. It looks really bad. There's strands going everywhere, and she looks towards Andre, and she looks terrified.
Just gave them a little extra to top off the fucking tab. Here's the deal, Liz. Here's the deal, ladies. That river isn't showing them their greatest mistake. It's showing them the moment they feared the most, the thing that scared them most. And here's the thing. They tell you they can fix it, but it's only going to be made worse, because the only thing in that river is an emissary of fear. People are going to buy it hook, line, and sinker. People are going to go in and just become an all-you-can-eat buffet for terror. So geniusly devilish. And then, with all that power, he can rise again at his full potential of an omnipotent god. Now, all we have left to do is wait for the line and let people literally kill themselves.
Andre is shaking. She is fuming. She is ridiculously angry. Hold on. Does Finn still have Valdis grabbed? Does she still?
At this point, she punched him, so he's on the ground.
Okay. Andre's gonna run over.
He's laughing, holding his nose, where that's probably broken.
Freaking throw herself on top. Pin him to the ground and have her dagger at his throat.
Oh.
He's still laughing. He's too drunk to notice to really feel the threat of what's happening here.
Oh, she knows. She knows that. But she's not really thinking right now. She just is angry. And she looks like she's so close. She really wants to just end it right now.
If you kill me, you kill your only chance at knowing how to stop this.
She does not pull back her dagger, but she doesn't make a move to use it yet. She just glares at him and just grounds out through gritted teeth. How the hell do we fix this?
Get this. You were supposed to come much later. Those creatures in that mansion, the eyeless. What a brilliant stalling tactic that was. We thought that would keep you there for weeks. Trying to save your friends. Maybe pick off a couple. Who knows? Point being, your little prince friend is the fucking trigger. The moment he puts his toe in the water, that dragon is going to want nothing more than to clench his teeth on him. No matter how strong he is. So if you want to stop him, you're putting your prince in harm's way. It's a brilliant catch-22. Oh, only a devilish mind such as I could have thought of it.
Andre her head whips around, so she's looking at Finn. We have to stop. We have to go back.
If you stop Caleb, he's gonna get to grow as powerful as he wants. Eventually, Caleb's gonna have to step in the water, either to face his fear or to end the suffering of thousands. It's just a matter of which one you want to face, a god or a dragon.
God. This is...
Evil, psychotic, insane, over my head, over my head, over my head. I didn't know what I was doing.
Andre gets up, takes a few steps back. Finley, what do we do?
Do you want my advice? As the person who set this trap for you, throw the prince in before anyone else gets hurt.
I'm going to stab Valdis.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You go for it. As you swing your sword, though, he dissipates and has misty stepped a couple feet to like the left and is just unconscious, like still loopy, but like that last little spell was enough to basically wipe his consciousness.
He just passes out after casting a spell.
As he does, though, his tired voice creeps out. If Kalen goes in, the dragon will come out at whatever strength he's at. He'll be imperfect, killable. If you wait, I can't assure you of that anymore.
Oh god. We just walked right into a trap.
We have to get back to the others.
I've been in the trap for weeks, and over my head, and over my head.
Andre goes over and she freaking sucks him across the face.
Is he passed out or is he just lying on the floor?
He's lying on the floor, just murmuring stuff to himself.
Oh, I see. Okay, he's not unconscious yet.
No.
Andre's gonna
Might
go
be
over
now.
and she's gonna freaking suck him across the face.
He is unconscious now.
And then she's just gonna roughly flip him over onto his face and tie his arms behind his back, just for good measure.
He's lucky he had that misty step. I was gonna kill him.
And I think there's no better place to call the episode.
Bitch, what the fuck?